I think two things briefly. Number one, pray that God raises up current church leadership to understand that human communication and human community is more than simply cognitive and rational thought. C.S. Lewis says that the rational intelligence is the organ of truth, but imaginal intelligence is the organ of meaning. In other words, truth is what it is, but Lewis was getting to the point that imagination allows us to embrace that truth in its condition, that is, its presence. And I would say that the emotional dynamic, the best word in Hebrew that I can find right now for that is heart. And we see how the Psalms always are talking about the heart. David says in Psalm 27:4, for example, the one thing, not just one thing, but the central thing that I desire is to come into the presence of God and gaze upon His beauty in His sanctuary. That's the reality of the existence of God, the love of God, the chesed, the pursuing love of God, the faithfulness, His covenant-keeping faithfulness. Those are embraced in why David was responding at the level of the heart, and that has all kinds of emotion. And if there's not emotion, we're not balanced, to tell you the truth. And so we need to have church leadership that embraces that, and then bring in and disciple artists who understand that and who are growing in Christ. If we have those two components, there is hope that we will see a more dynamic movement of the gospel. Now look, let me close this way. We have left the age of the orator, maybe 20 or 30 years ago, and we have entered the age of the artist in the first world setting, and the emerging world and the developing nations, in some ways they've never left that. We've got to understand that the human being is holistic, not segmented. True truth is absolutely important. Scriptural revelation and the study of that is foundational. But if we leave it at that, we'll only have an intellectual exercise, and that will leave us with the kinds of priests and prophets that Jeremiah was condemning, because they had a form of religion, but they did not know Him. You introduce artistic kingdom servants and imaginative expression specialists into your ministry strategy and into your strategy of discipleship, and you will begin to see the church connect with the world in ways that are positive, and in ways where God will show that He loves us and cares for us. The best apologetic for God is the reality and our belief and our exercise in this companioning worship walk with Him, and then people coming to know us and seeing the reality of God in our life and the benefits that it brings, even in our frail brokenness. They'll see it. We do have something different in the Christian community, and that will be the important dynamic. It's maybe a slower dynamic, and you bring artistic expression into that's guided by the Word and empowered by the Spirit, no matter what denomination you are. You will see the Lord will show Himself in wonderful ways. I trust that helps you, and I pray that in the process that there's this coming together of current ministry leadership and the potential artistic ministry leadership that ought to be working together. It's happening, but may God see it happen more aggressively and more intentionally in our context of ministry. God bless you.